Hi everyone, and welcome to what I'm prepping today. So this would technically be called a freeze dryer video because this was batch 221 in the freeze dryer. But since it was just ground chicken, and I've done that before because remember I got that huge 40-pound box of ground chicken for $10 at my co-op, raw feeding co-op for the dogs. So I wanted to freeze dry that for them. I did feed them some, and I froze dry a couple batches, and that I will feed with their freeze-dried veggie mix, to make a nice balanced meal for them. And I did 12 pounds in this batch so that it would be easy to divide, and I usually add thyme anyway. And here's my notes on that. So that's it. It was just human grade canine ground chicken, organic, 4 racks of 3 pounds. And then freeze dried, it was 400 grams, 405, not 490. Yeah, that one must have had less moisture than the other ones, and 408 grams. And then I did a 9-hour freeze and a 24-hour dry cycle. Now that 24-hour dry cycle doesn't mean it dries for 24 hours. It means the freeze dryer dries it like it normally would and then dries for an additional 48 hours on top of that. So what we have here is a mess. I figure this took about 40 to 48 hours. We had a huge windstorm yesterday and the power went out, and you know what I did? I said, okay, well, that's freeze dried enough. It was in its final countdown enough. Let me get it out of there and put it in mylar. The power's out. My hand sealer runs on electricity, so there was no way to seal it. We didn't want to go grab the generator when the power company, well, they did say the power was going to be out 2 days. Then they said a day, and it was on in a couple hours. We weren't running to get our generator hooked up because they do that all the time. They overestimate. So when the power came back on, I just, it actually said cycle was interrupted, continue, and then it was going to continue. And the pump was just acting a little crazy. I didn't like it, so I just stopped it. And to allow the pump to cool down, I just went ahead and did a 4-hour freeze and 7-hour dry, and it worked out fine. It said after that 4-hour freeze, it said it was going to dry for 22 hours, and that pretty much immediately dropped down to the 7-hour final cycle. So that's where I was whenever I took it out a little bit ago. And my next batch really should be some more Titan dog food. But we made a big pot of chili, and normally that's not a problem for us, but we were supposed to deliver some to my mother-in-law and brother-in-law. We delivered to my mom. My sister didn't come for any, and my son didn't come and eat it, so we had a lot of chili. Normally that doesn't bother us, but my husband was chilied out, so I'm freeze drying the last 10 pounds of that next instead of the dog food, which is okay because the dog food's already frozen. And then because it was 12 pounds of chicken that I freeze dried, then of course I would only have 12 bags of chicken, and then this is the equivalent of 1 pound, and it weighs I think around 134 grams. And then I like to do batches of 20 with everything because I hate to reseal these bags. I feel that it degrades the hand sealer that I have, but I've also been hit and miss with resealing them. I have done it, and then I go to take them out, and they're grainy. They're granular, which to me means they've slowly absorbed too much oxygen, so I don't even like to do that. That's why I don't like larger bags, like 50. I know a lot of people say they have luck with putting them in canning jars and then sealing them inside there, vacuum sealing that. You know what? Doing 20 just motivates me a little bit. If I know I've got to find something to do 8 more in. So what I did was, the last shopping trip at Aldi, I picked up these 3 different types of oatmeal. I actually picked up other ones as well, but I thought I would seal these gingerbread ones as well as the maple toffee. Now, I've not tried these two. Another brand had, I believe, gingerbread spice, and it was okay. I do like to buy this lower sugar because my grandson likes oatmeal, only now he's on the no oatmeal kick. 2 weeks ago, he just wanted cereal for breakfast. And then for about a week, he wanted eggs for breakfast. And other times it's oatmeal for breakfast. But he hasn't eaten oatmeal in 2 weeks, so I don't want this all just sitting around in the cupboard and perhaps going bad or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the packages. Well, actually, I already done that. I did that first so that while I was doing the freeze-dried chicken, nothing would go wrong. I don't like these freeze-dried items sitting there absorbing moisture. So there's the maple toffee and the gingerbread. There's only 3 of each because these boxes of the specialty flavors, even though they're more expensive, they only have 8 envelopes, where these normal ones will have 10 and sometimes 12. So I kept out 2 of each of these, the maple toffee and the gingerbread, so that I could try them or my grandson could try them, but I really don't think he's going to want to try the gingerbread, but then again, he might. I asked him to do a taste test with me, and he said no. Yeah. It's been that kind of a day. But anyway, so I kept out 2 of each of these, and then I put 2 of these in an envelope, and I'm going to have to do 2 more. I just like to save one for last, just, 1 envelope. So what I mean is there's 19 envelopes ready to go, just in case I miscounted or something like that. So that's it. That's what I'm prepping today. And then for tomorrow, I think I'm going to work on getting the Arm & Hammer baking soda into some mylar. This isn't just for cleaning. I think they assume that because you're buying it in such a big package, you don't want to use it for cooking. But I'll use it for a little bit of everything, and I'll just put some of these in 4 ounce, some of them in 2 ounce, and then some of them in maybe, I don't know, a pound. But just a Sam's Club versus Costco comparison. When I did those videos on the same day, I wasn't allowed to purchase anything at Costco. They just allowed us to walk through the store. And I said, oh, I think this was the same price at Sam's Club as Costco. And it was the same price. But Costco's baking soda, Arm & Hammer baking soda, was a 13.5 pound bag, where Sam's Club is a 15-pound bag. So, I always say you've got to know your prices and have a buy price. This is one of those cases where that would really help, where if you know that your buy price for an item is, let's say, 25 cents a pound or $1 a pound, which in this case it was about 50 cents a pound. If you know that buy price, you don't have to remember, oh, well, yeah, it's the same price. It's $7.88 at Sam's Club and $7.88 at Costco, so it's the same, where actually you're losing a pound and a half. Not a big deal when it's something cheap, but if you are looking for the best price and you're a member of both and whatever, and you don't need it immediately, then why not just put off on getting it until you can find it, or go to the store where it's going to be a cheaper price. So yeah, that's my opinion. But opinions are like, everybody has one. All right, guys, so that's it. Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing with your quarantine. If anything's going wrong, or how everything is. We're doing well, especially now that gardening season is here. This is a great time to expand your garden, try different varieties, just do some extra things outside that you've been putting off because sunshine, the old cure, really old cure for the flu, and I know this isn't the flu, used to be to put people outside to get some sunshine. Vitamin D really helps a lot. Sunshine helps. Heat helps. And not only that, let's say it doesn't help you at all. You know what? It will improve your mood. And an improved mood is extremely beneficial to your health and your immune system. Stay safe, everybody. And let me know, what did you prep today? Be blessed.